Hi, good afternoon. This is Dr. Andy Lee Gonzalez, your 2020-2021 chair-elect for the Latinos and Hispanics in Dietetics and Nutrition. So I wanted to say hello to everyone that is joining us. I know that it's 11 a.m. Eastern time, and so we want to just jump on, or 11 a.m., sorry, Central time, because I'm actually Central time, but we're just jumping on to kind of give a little bit overview of who LAHIDAN is, what we bring to our members and our organization. But before I do that, I want to say a huge thank you to our friends at Build Up Dietitians for having us today, because I think it's an important group as we navigate our profession and all the benefits that our profession has. This is one of our member interest groups through the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And so I'd like to just start off with just sharing a little bit about who LAHIDAN is. So again, LAHIDAN stands for the Latinos and Hispanics in Dietetics and Nutrition. LAHIDAN, it actually started since 1995 as a networking group. So we have a lot of history when it comes to our organization. We officially didn't come into the Academy as a member interest group until May of 2007. But I can tell you that something that we're extremely proud of is that we were one of the first member interest groups of the Academy. And so you might be asking, what is a member interest group? Member interest group, it is part of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And it's a group of members that have a common interest. Unlike your dietetics practice groups or affiliates, or member interest groups focus on areas other than the practice or dietetics or geographic location. As divisions of the national organization, MIGs reflect the many characteristics of the Academy's membership and the public it serves. So this is extremely important to LAHIDAN because as we think about our mission and how we are better serving not only our fellow dietitians and students, but also our community. And so our mission with LAHIDAN is helping to empower members to the nation's food and nutrition leaders for Latinos and Hispanics. You do not have to be Latina or Latino or Hispanic to be part of LAHIDAN. We welcome everyone. It's a way, again, as far as, how we're serving our Latino and Hispanic community. And that's really the basis of our member interest group or our organization. Again, it's really to help foster and support the needs while fostering development and improvement of food and nutrition and healthcare for Latinos and Hispanics across the United States. And then I also want to say that with outreach also to our Hispanic and Latino international members as well. So I know part of LAHIDAN, we also have a great group of Hispanic and Latino international members that are also part of our organization. As we go through, again, high overview of LAHIDAN, what we have to offer to our members, and just some of the great things that we get to do every day. But before I do that, I also want to mention who is LAHIDAN, right? Who is your executive committee for 2020-21? I mentioned myself, Dr. Andy Lee Gonzalez, as your chair-elect for LAHIDAN, but we also have a phenomenal leader, Chair Maria Virginia Tejerina Walls, who is leading our 2020-21 vision and leadership. We also have past Chair Janine Ricketts-Byrne that is also joining our team. Secretary is Jordan Griffin. I want to mention these great members that are part of our organization because you might recognize the name. And it's a way also to network and connect if you want to learn more information to see how you can join us. We have our treasurer, who is Diana Licalci Maldonado. Nominating awards committee is Marianela Herrera Cuenca. We also have, and hopefully some of them are joining us today. We have our committee chair-elect is Anita Davila. And then we also have our communications committee. And this is something that all of our leaders are really great, but when it comes to how we communicate to our members today in the various platforms that we have a phenomenal team that has really came to life within the last year. And we have Luis Gonzalez, who's our committee chair for our communications committee. We have a website coordinator, Tatiana Velez Burgos, who is joining us. Social media coordinator, we have Gabriela Pouchet, who's phenomenal, to again, just different ways that we're engaging with our members today. Newsletter editor, we have Alejandra Emesola. And then we also have our mentorship coordinator, Violeta Morris, who is part of our team. We have our membership committee, who is Sarah Carrion Perron. And then we also have our professional development committee, which takes care of like the webinars and just any professional development opportunities that we have for our group and our members that we're serving. That is Nancy Correa Matos. And then we have our diversity liaison, Sandra Erevalo. Again, just with the, current environment that we're working with, we want to make sure that we address all the needs of our members. And so we have a great leadership that is helping us do that day in, day out to find more opportunities to serve. And then, we talk about, our member benefits. So, how do you join LAHIDAN? It is an additional fee with your Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics membership. So again, if you're a practitioner already, dietitian that's already, serving in your role, or you're a student, this is an add-on that you can add to your membership. There is a $25 fee, but I can tell you that it's well worth it, especially if you're looking to network, right? As far as some of the benefits of our group or member interest group, you have leadership opportunities. So if you're ready to step up in an executive committee role, we have, these great roles that you can step into, very diverse as well. So if you, want to step into our communications, maybe that is your strongest suit, or maybe you're looking at different ways to engage members. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can connect and be able to help and give back to future dietitians and maybe dietitians that are already practicing. As a member, you have access to our electronic mailing list. So this is also important because, as a member, one of the greatest benefits that I see is that we also have a website that is eatright.lahidan.org. So a lot of the information that I'm sharing with you all today or this afternoon is coming from that resource. And there, as you log in, right, once you become a member, you'll have full access to all this information that I'm sharing with you all today. But we also have a member discussion board, so you're able to go get on there, ask questions, connect with other LAHIDAN members across the US. And so again, it's just another way to create that support system and just really network with other dietitians that are serving the Latino Hispanic community. And then, we have our mentorship program. So I mentioned our mentorship committee chair, Violeta Morris. She is phenomenal. She has helped revamp our program. Again, as a dietitian, I hear a lot of things around RD coaches and RD advisors. So students, part of this $25 fee is that you get this as an added benefit, right? It is $25, but it's part of all of these great things that you'll have access to. And as part of our mentorship program, free part of our membership is that you get to connect with other dietitians, helping to nurture and coach you as you continue your journey as a dietitian. I am a product of our mentorship program. I can tell you that as an undergrad going into dietetics, I first generation, and so it was a very overwhelming. It can be done, but I allude a lot of my success and where I am today with mentors that really help shape me who I am today. And so I can tell you that when I was an undergrad, I found out about LAHIDAN through our director at Michigan State University. She connected me with Dr. Julie Plasencia, who is still to this day a mentor of mine. Even as a practicing dietitian already, just to be able to network and really help build that community of support as you continue your profession. And, also student scholarships. So we also have available scholarships for students. It is closed right now, but After FNCE, we'll reopen that scholarship, but it is an $800 scholarship that we also offer to our members to apply into. So every year we select one student, $800 scholarship so that you can use towards FNCE, because we know that cost is challenging at times, especially if you're in college and you don't have a career yet. So that is our way of saying thank you and giving back to our members. And then also as part of additional benefits for members, I mentioned already through our mentorship program, but I also want to add to that. So part of LAHIDAN, you're also able to build connections with friends and colleagues that maybe are doing the same type of work as you, but maybe in other states. Again, this is, open window of opportunities. So I can tell you that I've been able to connect. I know when I first started as a dietitian, I got a great opportunity to connect with a researcher out of New Mexico who was doing a survey and some work with the Hispanic Latino community. And so, I share that, not that you're going to get that same experience, but it opens that opportunity for networking and connecting with other dietitians that are serving our Latino and Hispanic community. And then, as professional development, we also have cultural and competency benefits. So we think about language and cultural exchange and webinars. So we're always looking to connect with different organizations to provide updated research, information, and toolkits that can help as practitioners as we're engaging with our Latino and Hispanic community. So whether it's handouts, whether it's anything that you need to be able to serve the nutritional needs of that population. And so oftentimes we'll get questions around, do you have handouts or recipes? I can tell you that through our website, if you've ever visited our website, the Eat Right, lahidan.org, there is a tab on recipes, and these recipes were created by our own members. And so again, an added resource, a library of recipes that you can go on and check out that are relevant to our Latino and Hispanic community. Again, just really embracing that diversity that we have in the US, and our group focuses specifically on those interests and needs. Again, you don't have to be Latina, Latino, or Hispanic to be part of our organization, but these are just some of the added benefits that we get to offer every day. I mentioned the webinar. We are getting ready for FNCE. So, with the membership, you can get into, apply or add this membership at any point in time through your Academy membership. There's not a window where you need to, get into our member interest group. So at any point in time, you could pay those $25 and jump in right in. We are getting ready for virtual FNCE. We're all in this together. We're all dealing with this serious health pandemic, and to ensure safety, the Academy has gone virtual. And so I want to, those members that are listening in today, join us for our LAHIDAN, as we're celebrating FNCE and our networking opportunities. I know that our communications committee is also looking at different ways to kick off the year as different networking opportunities that will embrace all of the US, right? So, and that with technology, you can basically connect with anybody anywhere around the world, right? Technology is sometimes your friend and sometimes it's not, but our opportunity is to how do we continue to stay engaged with our customers, right? Or our members, I'm sorry, every day to be able to ensure that we meet those needs. And they also want to mention that, you don't have access to this right now, but once you do become a member, you can go into our website, eatrightprolahidan.org. You can create a profile. So very similar to your other social media outlets, you can create a profile. You can look for volunteer opportunities. So we often get students that are looking for, not only the mentorship part, but they're looking at ways to volunteer so that they can build up their resume. And so through our internal communication, you can request some of those things, see what volunteer opportunities are available to be able to guide you in that direction. And then we also, I mentioned earlier, we do also have a discussion board. So if you have questions around, internship, or, I mean, you name it. There's a lot of different topics that we're talking about through this dashboard, but it's a way, again, to continue to serve the needs of our Hispanic Latino community. And that's a way that we're able to stay in touch, across the state with no limitations and not having to have that face-to-face interaction. And then, you have access to our member directory as well. I mentioned earlier that listserv. So if you're looking, you're moving out to Texas, I'm in Texas, South Texas, and you want to see what other dietitians are in Texas. I saw last time there was somebody giving a shout out to, where are my New York fellow dietitians? And so, again, it's a way to stay connected, especially if you're going into a new territory as far as your profession, right? A new geographic location. It's a way to stay connected and engaged. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of great things. I can probably take up your whole afternoon, but we have handout contests. We're always trying to find ways to engage with our members. Different offerings that we provide through our webinars, through research. And then we're also open to feedback and suggestions. So we are an open ear. We want to understand the needs of our members and our community. So if there's things that you as a member are looking towards, connect with us. You can connect with any of your EC member group. You can visit our LAHIDAN social media. We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. You can follow us at Latinos and Hispanics in Dietetics and Nutrition, LAHIDAN, or LAHDAN. And you can find, message us to get some more information. You can also go into our website. There's a contact us list that you could just click on, and you can fill out all your information. Again, or if you want to put it in the chat box, put your contact information, and we'll connect with you directly to see, whether it's feedback, suggestions, or you're wanting to learn more about LAHIDAN. We're super excited to be able to share and see how we can, get some more members to be able to serve our Latino and Hispanic community. Again, I think that was in a nutshell all of the great things that LAHIDAN has to offer. I want to say thank you to our friends at Build Up Dietitians to continue to embrace and celebrate diversity through our Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, different groups that, again, are just meeting the needs of our everyday, community. And so this is our way through LAHIDAN to be able to meet the needs of Latino and Hispanics across the United States. And we want to say thank you. Again, if you all have any questions, put it in the chat box, and we'll connect with you directly. Again, this is Dr. Andy Lee Gonzalez. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. And we hope to see a few of you part of LAHIDAN in the upcoming months. Take care and God bless.